I'm a fish. Fish, 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 fish.
Damn them. They have made thralls of soldiers and civilians both.
Ooh, voice acting. Nice.
Did I miss much? So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans. But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency.
And he instantly knows how to do it. Oh, bugger. Wow, you didn't need to slash him 3 times.
To the Aetheryte!
Yeah? What? Ah!
You'll forgive me my lateness.
I've been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
Long have you shriveled Swordwalkers, tormented our kind. But no more! Your time is at an end! You shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs.
Gee.
Lord of the world, hearken to our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
Do you feel that?
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What?
Ah! Such power! It is transcendent!
7 hells.
Strike me down if you will. It is futile. I have mastered the gift. I am eternal. O mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial, I offer unto you this frail flesh, that you might grant your faithful servants deliverance. I beseech you, come forth!
Die, damn you!
Foolish shorewalker! You cannot kill that which is eternal!
Heavens forfend.
Damn it all!
My being ebb the way. It should by right be infinite. Am I not immortal? Curse you, emissary! You promised me everlasting.
Where did he go?
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon. Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates. Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the Primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? Unless... God save us! He means to unleash a tidal wave.
Well. Yay! Understand, I speak of no normal wall of water. That which Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries more destructive power than aught seen in nature. Except Bahamut. Enough to raise entire coastal settlements. If his last attempt is any guide. We cannot suffer history to be repeated. Yet how in the 7 hells are we to prevent it? Let's go for materia. Fire, ice, wind. Let's go for fire. Mirrorweb is brooding over Leviathan's return. Though our plight carries out for action, we must take thought. So long as Leviathan remains in open sea, he is effectively beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none, of that you can be sure. But Lemaelin herself would struggle to best the Lord of the World in his element. In a straight fight, he would make meat and matchwood of us. We need another plan. That much is plain. Let's return to Limsa and see if we can think of one. I shall await you in the command room. And then everyone else will leave, so I didn't get a chance to talk to them, because I didn't think to. This music's cool, though. Do 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 do. And then the cool music will end, and all shall be sad. All are sad. Come on then. What's your great plan? Of all of the primals, Leviathan so far seems to be the least intelligent of them. It didn't seem to try to communicate. It was more a beast. You're expected. Pray do not keep the Admiral waiting. When I saw Leviathan rise from the depths, I can well describe what I felt. No word could prepare one for such a sight. To confront the Lord of the World in his watery domain is far from ideal, yet he is not like to come to us. Would that he lacked the means to strike us from afar. Being the observant adventurer that you are, you doubtlessly will have noticed my dagger work back at Sapsa. You know me, Alex. I like to dabble in a bit of this and a bit of that. The Sahagan Elder claimed to have become eternal, yet he was summarily consumed by Leviathan. What might this imply? If Leviathan is allowed to unleash a tidal wave, nothing within 10 miles of the coast will be safe, let alone Limsa. I trust you see what's at stake here. I'm pretty sure that he had a kind of Caribbean accent.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western Lanosha. Hearthstone it was called.
A bit like Hearthstone. Let's see if I'm right about his accent.
Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the company of heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagan.
Aye, the thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystals stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The primal must be stopped.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
The company of heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
That does not at all sound like the voice I gave him.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe. This, in effect, is what the company of heroes achieved with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Yep, and they're working on... Well, they just used that to get into the Crystal Tower as well.
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
Not arcanist, arcanist. Okay.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe. But I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed two ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
It's as if you were him yourself.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel. Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
'Twill be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slathierson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
And then there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, Warrior of Light.
I always go well. Ah, Lady Yuguri. No more voice acting. Too much for us to hope for. Beings held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legend tells us that they walked among us in days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Oh, so the East also has things that might be primals. Now that I have come face to face with a primal, I do begin to understand why the Garleans fear them so, even though they were the ones who technically brought them not into existence, but yes, into existence. What is it? A message, Admiral. I judged it best to be delivered at once. I'm listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. This one or defeated it in the past? One of the company of heroes? The details are yet hazy, Admiral. We have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I'm disinclined to put any store by his claim. And even should it be true, it is as Yostola said. None save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan, and we know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, what could he tell us that we don't know already? I'll go. And yet, having wagered Limsa's survival on 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals, can we afford to ignore this man? If his testimony could yield us any manner of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it all! The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to waste for the Maelstrom's report and the supposed Primal Slayer's claims. Alex, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, it will spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning in idleness. The man you are looking for is believed to be in the residence of the Grey Fleet in Lower Eorzea. The Storm Private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity.